what's up guys? It's Chief here from Chief Live Gaming. Today bringing you another video covering my Nurgle army. The date is September 2nd, 2015. Been about 2 weeks since my last video. If you guys are unfamiliar with this video series, I do make videos every couple of weeks covering this army and just progress I've made, conversions I've been working on, stuff like that, as kind of a tying everything together sort of video. So if you are interested in part one, this is part two, so take a look at part one. I'll put a link of that in the description. If that sounds like something you would like to watch, you can find that there. So this video is probably going to be a little bit shorter than my last one, just because I'm not going to talk about things that I've already mentioned. I'm going to more kind of give you guys new information as best as I can. But I also will kind of glean over stuff that I may have mentioned in other videos, just to kind of for completeness sort of thing. So we notice over here that we still have the Land Raider, and he is very sadly early in his conversion state. We've got a little bit of green stuff starting to take place. Haven't had much time, you know, that was like 15 minutes of work, so not much time put into the Rhino so far, but decided to give it a go. Even though I barely ever use it, I think it would look absolutely fantastic fully converted. And I just want to do it and field it solely for that purpose, because it's like, you know, your flagship sort of unit. We have the Soul Grinder back here. Again, no progress done on him. Just primed. And the Helldrake hanging out in the back there. So the only major changes I've done to this army, the Terminators I've mentioned in previous videos. I wasn't really sure what to do with some Terminators I had. Well, I figured it out. What I did was convert them into Obliterators, and those are located, wow, let's not hit the camera. Those are right there. And just fantastic units for Chaos Space Marines. If you guys haven't used Obliterators and you're watching this video, I encourage you to try them out. Absolutely fantastic. Now I have trouble playing without them, now that I've used them once and know that they are very, very valuable. So without getting into too much detail and ranting about Tactica, just take a look at them. You know, 2 wounds in Terminator armor with toughness 5 because of the Mark of Nurgle. Holy shit. How can you even compare to that? That's absurd. They are expensive, but you get what you pay for. You know, a lot of people talk about Chaos Space Marines units being overcosted, and that may be true, but at least with Obliterators, you're getting a very good value for those premium points. So take a look at them. Consider bringing them in your army. So those are there. Not quite completed yet, but some base work done as far as the painting progress and conversion work. So those are looking pretty nice. Really excited to have those completed. Let's see what else is new or added to. The bikes back here, zoom in on those. We've done some work on the bikes, and those have been just a hassle. But another one of those units where it's like, you know, Nurgle, you think of Nurgle, a lot of people can think of bikes as a major part of any Nurgle Chaos Space Marines army. So you want to put the time in and you want to put the work in to make these look nice. So that's what I've been doing, just a little by little. We've drilled out the barrels, added some more rust, just touched up the overgrowth from the Nurgle stuff and some of the armor trim. But again, even just doing those things, it sounds like very little. It takes so much time. It's been work on those, but they are getting closer every day to the finished product, and I'm very happy with how they're turning out. Not a lot of work back here on the Great Unclean one. I think he was just primed in the last video, so, you know, did a base coat on him, some wash action, and I wish my camera would focus. I'm sorry, guys. There it goes. And just some very basic stuff. I just kind of wanted to get him to a point where I felt comfortable fielding him and not being embarrassed because he was just primed and base coated. So that's what I did with them. Decided for that Daemon Prince back there that I was going to finish painting him in the Khorne scheme and then buy another one at some point to make Nurgle, because, you know, you can never have too many Daemon Princes. And he works as a proxy for now. So you know, in a pinch, I could field 2 princes that way if I have another one. So that's that. Before, I mentioned that I had only had 10 plague bearers, so we did get the, come on camera, you're killing me here. Is my focus gonna like die in the middle of this video? That would be just awesome. There we go. Beautiful. The plague bearers have been assembled, so I have 20 now. 10 are very nearly fully painted, and 10 are just base coated. So I love plague bearers. Fantastic, fantastic. And next to them, you may have noticed that there are 2 lonely possessed hanging out here. And the reason I have 2 possessed are for proxies for Heralds of Nurgle. I was looking through my collection, and really I think that they are the best representation for Heralds of Nurgle as far as proxies go, and I'm going to add some conversion work and more attention to those to make them more Nurgle-like, and I think they do great for that kind of thing, even though, you know, they do have jump packs and things like that. You can take those off or make them overgrown with green stuff and just do things to make them more acceptable. So I like the models a lot, even though I don't like the units possessed all that much. I'm trying to include them more. So having them with conversion work done, I can field them possessed as, you know, actual possessed with the Mark of Nurgle in my army if I do feel the need to do that. So kind of a dual purpose thing going on there. The rhinos in the back, those are old and reliable. Old reliable over there in the corner. And then a second rhino that I have not yet converted. And these, you guys might notice, are the old, like, 3rd edition Mark I, I think, rhinos. And the reason I wanted to get those was because I wanted them to look like war relics or very old, kind of overrun, repurposed rhinos for the Nurgle forces. So those naturally fit the description for that. So the older chassis and older rhino model. Let's see what else has been worked on. We have the, you know, the cultists here. Nothing to mention about the cultists. Took a few out because I feel like 45 is, you know, definitely fun, but maybe a little bit overkill. So I think there's 30 there just hanging out. And that seems to be about all I need. There's Typhus there in case we want to use some plague zombies. These plague marines you guys saw before in the other video, but there are 10 more that I've been working on, and those are here. I believe before they were just primed. So those are closer to completed than they were. Starting to turn out. They look nice. Better than the other ones, I think. I'm improving as much as I can, so hopefully they turn out better than my previous batch of Plague Marines. We'll see. And down here, just some Nurglings. These, I believe, were just primed before, but those are complete, or very nearly complete. I just need to finish the basing. Those turned out pretty nice, and over here, in a pinch, if I really want to field 6 bases worth of Nurglings, I use these. They're not done, but they do work as Nurglings if you absolutely need more. I have another box of Plague Bearers that I've yet to assemble, and I'm going to use the bits out of there to make these bases much more filled with Nurglings, so that'll take care of those. Let's see, just do a broad view here. I'm trying to think of anything else worth mentioning. I know as soon as I shut the camera off, I'm going to think of something I wish I would have said, so I'm just going to kind of sit here for a moment and give you guys a larger view of the army while I kind of think about that. Let's see. I guess we can just talk about plans, future plans for the collection. Again, really want plague drones. Those are on my list. I would love to add plague drones to this army. Realistically, once I assemble the next 10 plague bearers, I think I'll be good with some plague drones. Oof. I don't know what else I would want to add other, you know, of Nurgle-based things. Maybe some Forge World stuff. I would love to get the Great Unclean One model from Forge World and a Demon Prince model from Forge World. When I do buy another Demon Prince, that'll probably be the one I buy because that model is just outrageously nice. All the Forge World stuff is fantastic. So a very aesthetically pleasing army for me, Nurgle. I just love it. I love the conversion work. I love the amount of customization and expression you can put in with the conversions. Really just awesome, awesome stuff. I think really that's all I wanted to cover. If you guys have any comments, suggestions, or just any kind of feedback you'd like to give me regarding this series, I'd appreciate it if you'd leave it in the description below. I thank you very much for watching and following along with this series. If you do want to see any more specific stuff, like I kind of gloss over everything, but I do have more in-depth videos regarding certain units in my army. So like if you want to see, for example, more information about the Obliterator conversions, I do have a video dedicated just to the Obliterators, which is located in my channel playlist under the Painting and Conversions playlist. So take a look at that. I have a couple other videos so far talking about like some work on the Rhino, some work on the bikes, stuff like that. So if that does interest you guys, feel free to take a look at those. This is just kind of the video that ties everything together and gives you guys a launching off point to maybe generate some interest in different units I have in my army. Okay. Awesome. Really love Nurgle. If you guys play Nurgle, talk to me about it. I just love talking about it, as you might have guessed. Fantastic. Fantastic army. All right, guys. Thanks a lot for watching. I will see you in the next video in a couple weeks. Look forward to some updates of the smaller, more focused unit-based videos in between. Awesome. All right, guys. Have a great day. I'll see you next time. Bye now.